Hello, greetings. Good morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you're reaching out to me. My name is Augustine, and if you're just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, welcome. And I hope you enjoy your stay for the while you are here. Today, I'm here to give us a quick one, and this is an update or a kind of review of the May promo that was put out a few days ago by the administration. So if you're tuning into my broadcast for the first time, I would appreciate it if you can like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that I can always be at your service. Anytime I'm live, you get the notification, especially when you click on the notification bell. All right. This morning I'm excited. This morning I'm highly motivated. Yes, please do not blame me. It's the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that are responsible for this no light challenge. So we are hopeful that it gets resolved as soon as possible. And I'm here to give us a summary of the update of the administration on the blog. And within the next few minutes, we are going to take time to look into it together. It's time for us to start building. It's time for us to start making a difference around the entire world. We've been on for about 7 years, like the Chinese bamboo tree that has been on the ground for about 5 years or 4 years, and then it springs up. And in a matter of 6 months, it happens to be one of the tallest tree around its environment. Now, we are going to have a physical manifestation of the Chinese bamboo tree through the Simply Brilliant community. So if you're tuning into my broadcast, you're going to enjoy this broadcast. It's going to be super exciting. So please tighten your seatbelts and then enjoy the ride. I'm going to begin by first of all sharing my screen, okay? And then with that, we look into a few other things, and then that'll be all for the day. So let me make sure that everything is on ground before I begin. So this is the update, and I think after this update, we'll look into the Gringo Cash back office. In fact, we're going to look into a whole lot of things together. So let me begin with this. May promo, builders will be paid $5 a day in JOYG. Are you not excited? I mean, are you not feeling that vibe? $5 a day is quite reasonable for you to be able to build this community into 1 billion active members. If you ask me, I think it's beautiful. All right. So let me begin. Early next week, we are in next week. Next week began yesterday. So early next week, we will have a new addition to the SBC balance and reward page in KCBU featuring builders. So before we even move forward, let's look at it. This is reward section, SBC balance and reward. So when we click on it, let's see if they've done the updates. And so far so good, not yet. Remember what the administration put on the blog. He said next week, early next week. It's not time yet. Hopefully it should come in maybe today or maybe tomorrow, but so let's go back and then look into the blog and then read. All right, so early next week, we will have a new addition to the SBC balance and reward page in KCBO featuring builders. Okay, so you know what they are. Builders are those that would now build the community. Over the past few days or since January of this year, we have noticed that the people building this community has not been doing the right thing. And that's the reason why we have experienced a sharp decline in the number of people in this community over the past few months. If they really were told the right thing, they shouldn't have just fallen off. They should have been able to persevere and they should have been able to build the community. Nonetheless, I am certain that with this promo, the community will bounce back within the shortest possible time. I would not just bounce back, but will begin to expand. Remember my instance of the Chinese bamboo tree. We've just sprouted, okay? We sprouted this morning and we are going to start growing very fast. So let's read and then let's analyze it together. We have a very exciting May promo for the builders of our SBC community. Qualified builders will start getting $5 a day in JOYG paid directly to their MetaMask wallets. All members should put their receiving JOYG wallet address in the tab on the SBC Balance and Reward in KCBO if they are prompted to becoming a builder, so that we can start paying $5 a day to qualified builders once they meet the qualifications. Now, you will have that tab in your SBC Reward and Balance tab once you have met the criteria. You will have that tab in your SBC Rewards and Balance tab once you have met the criteria. So as at now, it's still being built. And I'm one of those who has met the criteria. So if it hasn't yet reflected, then I think they are building it. Shortly, it should reflect. Today is Monday, mass adoption meeting. So we should avail ourselves to hear directly from the administration. So let's continue. To qualify as a builder, you plus two of your personal referrals must complete a May Billionaire program fee payment, and then you will be paid $5 a day starting at that point to the wallet address provided. Yes, advance payments made before are counted towards being qualified, as long as those advance payments cover the entire calendar month, the entire calendar month of May. To be clear, this is not a $5 payment per every two personal referrals. That's self-explanatory. Now, if you have more than two personal referrals, we thank you. But it is $5 a day per builder, regardless of how many other personal referrals they have. Since this is a single month May promo for now, it will require May payments of all three, which are the builders plus the two personal referrals, to trigger the start of $5 a day payments. So it's a triangle, okay? Yourself being the builder and two other people. That's the only way you are qualified to get that. And provided your downlines are active, the two of your downlines. So you will get to know more about it shortly. I would expatiate shortly. Even brand new members can qualify and get paid as builders in this May promo. Now, this May promo will have no impact on bounties. Bounties will continue to be paid in BNB, which is BSC, of course. All members will continue to be paid $50 in bounties for all of their personal referrals upon request. Requests are usually fulfilled within 15 minutes as needed. In an attempt to keep the JOYG price higher than 1,500, we may pause bounty payments or place bounties under maintenance to allow time for the JOYG price to pump temporarily. So admin is clearly making us understand for now, he wants to make sure that this is a check, this is a test, okay? And he's comfortable with the fact that as long as people are making requests to retrieve their bounties, that is of course going to cause the price to go down. So he has made enough or adequate provision so that the price does not go below 1,500. Now, you should also consider a whole lot of things, because this is a complex dynamics that is going to play out. And one of the complex dynamics is the fact that the price of JOYG will soon start up when individuals start recruiting. Of course, a minimum of two. And let us go back to the foundation of the Simply Brilliant community. What's the foundation? We want to create what we call equity in the entire world, or balance. And we have to build our membership base into 1 billion so that our currency can become globally adopted and acceptable across the world. We are in the process of going about it now. That's what we are doing. We're in the process of going about it now. We are going out there and we are recruiting individuals who will decide to make a difference across the entire world. That's exactly what we are doing. And as this exercise is going on, the community is growing, humanity is getting to know about us. That's the foundation of our coin, okay? And then individuals who choose to follow instructions of the Simply Brilliant community will stand a chance of living a life of abundance, especially at this early stage. Okay, so let's continue. I'll get to talk more about it soon. So it does not depend on the admin if we will continue to run $5 payments in the month of June or onward. Let's highlight this. He said it does not depend on the admin. So this, if you analyze this statement, it simply means in reverse, it is the will of admin to see that this program continues even in the month of June and onward. But he is not the sole determinant of how that can happen. It is you and I to make it happen. It is the builders that are bringing people to the community that will determine if this program will continue. So this is the determinant factor, not the administration. The admin's will is that this program should continue until we hit our membership base of 1 billion. So I want you to analyze the statement because there is a whole lot of things to analyze in the course of this summary as I go about it. And then I also think that the administration will talk about it in the mass adoption meeting. I am giving you from my own point of view, okay? And I think to a good extent, I share in the view of the founder of this system. It actually depends on the choices of builders making it actually depends on the choices the builders make during the month of May. Admin hopes for the full cooperation of most of the builders so that we can prolong this kind of promo ongoing. So I've said it already. Now he's openly telling you that he wants this program to continue until we fill out the rotator team for 23. We fill out the 1 million billionaires for this year. It's possible. It's very possible. We still have a long way off. And if the community just chooses to duplicate, all you need to do is duplicate. You don't need to do more than that. Just duplicate. And your duplication, everybody varies. Some people can duplicate and bring in 100. Some can duplicate and bring in 10. Some can duplicate and bring in 50. Do not compare yourself to anybody. Work within your capacity and bring in as many people as you can. Now, there is another thing I should also make very clear. And I want you to pay attention to this statement because this may be a very important one which may help you. Now, the concept of this thing is very deep, okay? And as soon as I finish reading this paragraph, I'll go into details to what I want to say. So let's take time and follow through. This is a high value promo if it is ongoing. 30 days a month times 5 is $150 plus 50% bounty per personal referral is a solid gain against the cost of a $35 to $40, which is 8 grains of gold. Of course, the price is moving up because grain is going up. The economy is going apart. So that's why you are going to see the price of GGR or gold appreciate. This should also appeal to the immediate gratification of even our newest members. With a fast effort to get 2 paid personal referrals, a new member could come out ahead quickly if we can make this an ongoing promo. So emphasis, repetition is for emphasis. Let me repeat it again. This should also appeal to our immediate gratification of even our newest members. With this fast efforts to get 2 paid personal referrals, a new member could come out ahead if we can make this an ongoing promo. So the administration is indulging each and every one of us, and is also asking new members to do a good job in helping to multiply. Now there is something I want us to understand. The economy of this world is only going to get a bit tougher until the elite has succeeded in enslaving of all humanity. They are not going to stop at it. They are bent on achieving it. Whether you like the narrative or you don't like it, you can't wish it away. It will happen. Now, the administration was deliberate to talk about 1 billion grains of gold because when we are 1 billion active members, it means we are now summing up 1 billion grains of gold. And we can't be more than 1 billion grains of gold. So take note, we can't be more than 1 billion grains of gold. But there was something that inspired him to say that every member that comes to the community adds to the value as a grain of gold. Now, let's look at purification process of gold. When gold is under pressure and it's being purified, you find out that it shines much more. Now, the world is going to be under pressure very soon. The economy of the world is going to be so bad very soon. The elite wants to set up a system that is ruled by transhumanism. And of course, transhumanism automatically shows that the mark of the beast is going to be prevalent, and you either fall into their agenda or you are out. This is what they are going to achieve. And humanity will soon get to a state of disarray. They will become confused. They won't know what to do. This community will save humanity. Now, the beauty of gold is that when it is under pressure, you will find out that it will become much more shiny, beautiful. It becomes glorious. It becomes wow, beautiful to behold. When 1 billion grains of gold are being purified, purification process will be happening as the world is getting into more disarray. You would find out that the essence and the relevance of the Simply Brilliant community becomes more evident. People out of their confusion will find out that there is one shining light, which is the Simply Brilliant community, and it's shining so bright that everybody would want to associate. And it's going to become so beautiful that after we have built 1 billion members, we would go out and save humanity. This is what is literally going to happen. And it has just begun. Remember, I said we just sprouted. And within the next 6 months, you are going to see what's going to happen. I'm not just saying what I feel like saying. I'm saying because I meditate on how this community grows. Now, I knew that there was something that needed to trigger the community growth, and I was waiting for it to happen before the administration started talking about it on Monday last week. And now it has come up. So we've just sprouted. Watch what's going to happen when you get your $5 the first day, you get it the second day. I can tell you that everybody would run here and there to make sure that they grow the community. All right, now let's move on. The next thing to talk about is this poster, large group making monthly payments. To get the millions of dollars within the JOYG match account, it will take a larger group making monthly payments against a smaller group making withdrawals to establish rapid JOYG price recovery. We need to keep circulating supply of JOYG coins very low. Small group making withdrawals. Now, this is it. There is something I want you to know about our community. We are going to be a replacement for the banking system. The banking system, they were intelligent, or should I say the Rothschild family, and then the Rockefellers, those people who set up this system, they were intelligent to set up the system across the entire world, and they own the banks. They control everything. Now, we are going to be an improved version of those guys, even though their power is sliding away and they don't have any influence over us. But we are going to be an improved version because ultimately there will be a central bank, commercial banks, and microfinance banks, which would comprise of core team, backup team, and rotator team. And it depends on what you want to handle. If you want to handle major projects, big, mighty, gigantic projects, you go for the core team. If you're handling maybe medium scale projects, you go for millionaires. You go for the commercial banks, which are the backup team. And then you want to handle maybe small projects ranging from maybe 10 million to maybe 50 or 100 million. You can go to the rotator team. So picture the kind of things that are going to play out. Now, why are we going to be an improved version? It's simple. Because in the banking system, they are characterized by two things. The first thing they are characterized by is what? Quantitative easing. Now, the second thing that they're characterized with is how they lend money, fractional reserve lending system. Now, these two things is what makes the banks. You can't give the bank your money and they keep it. It's a liability to them. So they instantly lend it out to someone. Now, contrary to our system, in our system, your money is your money. And there is a system that will be set up when we have moved into our economic phase, which is called an equity-based financial system. The present system is called debt-based, where you borrow money into existence. Let me not go into details, but ours is going to be equity-based. We are going to give you money for equal service that will be rendered to you. One. Two, our system doesn't print much more. Our system has a finite numbers of 1 billion coins, and we are going to make sure that coins are revolving conveniently around us and around the entire world. So that's why I said we're going to be a much better system, because the elites keep printing money, and that's why inflation is always on the rise. When we have built our membership base to 1 billion active members, we are going to have a replacement from a GGR economy to an SBC economy, and our coins are going to be sufficient to accommodate humanity, at least for the next 100 years plus. That is what we are. And as the system grows, we're only going to work with leverage. As it is now, we're going to come back here, but we're going to come back here to summarize in the next few minutes. But I want to show us something so that we can get better comprehension. Okay, so we are here now. And on this place, when you look at the core team, backup team, and the rotator team, as at now, the sum of this core team, backup team, and rotator 22, they are no more up to 22,000. They are much less than 22,000. In fact, they are about 20,000. I've not done the calculation, but I'm just using my head to add it up. It's roughly 20,000. 20,000 and maybe 20,000 and some digits. Now, if you are going to enjoy this system, remember the statement the administration made that smaller number of people will withdraw and a larger number of people are paying, right? Now, look at rotator 23. As at now, the rotator 23 is 1,429. If you are going to expect your match, some people are saying, when will the admin give us our match? Expect these numbers to quadruple. Remember that the core team, backup team, and rotator team are about 20,000. Now, the moment you find these numbers get to at least 40,000, then expect the administration to release the match. Because at that point, even though core team, backup team, and rotator team will not at the same time withdraw and swap, but he's using worst case scenario. It's a program that is running. So expect these numbers to get to at least 40,000. For those of us who are saying admin is holding back our coins and he doesn't want to give it to us, it's a basic, simple principle called leverage. Okay, so we must build our economy on that leverage, where core team, backup team, and rotator team will leverage on the rotator 23. And as the builders keep building, you'll find out that it wouldn't be so long. We'll fill out the rotator team for 23, and then we move over to the billionaires. Now, builders are expected to keep building. Now, it doesn't matter if core team, backup team, and rotator team for 22 and 23, they are ideally supposed to become the government. But because we are still in the building process, they have to keep building until we've been able to fill out at least 1 million billionaires. Then at that level, if they want to relax, they can relax. But at this point, it is expected that we keep building through a simple principle called duplication. And duplication appeals more to newer members, because with new members coming in, you're having roughly $180. Because when you add up $150 plus $30, right? Yes. Because when you look at it, your two members 50% each is about $15 or $17, around that range. When you sum everything up, it's about $180. $180 is what you are going to make use of, to keep yourself running in the system. Another thing I should call to our attention before I continue this reading. So many people are very excited. Yeah, this was where I was, right? Yeah. So many people are very excited about the fact that admin is now paying us. But I want you to understand something. Even though the administration will pay us, there will be two categories of people in this system. The first category of people are the scarcity-minded ones. The second category of people are the abundant-minded ones. Now, when you go about the scarcity-minded ones, they are in two categories. The first category are those that will withdraw their money from the very first day, and then they would use it, lavish it on expenses. The concept of this system is based on a principle called slow gratification. You delay gratification. You can't be a billionaire in this system if you don't learn how to delay gratification. If you are given to quick gratification, then you are going to end up squandering your future now. And that is the first category of people you will see. And it's unfortunate that the bulk of the community will comprise of those people, that they will start getting their money and they will start swapping it for cash. And then the price will keep going down. I want you to be aware that you should not fall into this category, because you are not going to help yourself. Now, the second category of people are those that will have dependents up to 10 or 20 because of this opportunity, and they'll start using it to pay for them. Now, the moment this opportunity is over, they may not have money again to keep paying. The idea of this system is designed for individuals to be independent. Your downline should be independent of you. Now, there are times where life happens. When life happens and your downline, one or two of them don't have what it takes, you support them. That should not happen regularly. It should happen occasionally. Okay, but the ideal concept is be a duplicator. Be able to recruit people and teach your downlines to duplicate. There shouldn't ever be a time where your downline becomes a perpetual dependence. Some people has this narrative of putting your children, and your children may not have been of age. They may be of maybe 10 years or maybe 11 years or 12 years. And all you just want to do is keep paying for them. And you are sure that the salary or whatever you are doing is not enough to keep paying for them when the system stops supporting you. This is a second category of the scarcity-minded ones. You must take your time because you are mining gold. And for you to mine gold, the gold are the human beings. You must take time to find out someone that has the characteristics of gold. And gold is someone that is able to thrive even when the situation is difficult. So there is a part you have to play to do the homework. You are supposed to do your homework, search, find out, teach the person, duplicate yourself on the person, and expect the person to duplicate. This exercise must continue until we are 1 billion active members. Now, the main set of people or category of people are the abundant-minded people, and that's the person I want you to be. Now, how would you find out an abundant-minded person? I will tell you. Now, the promo starts, you get your $5. Within the next 30 days, you have gotten $150 plus your two downlines, if that's the only thing you have, which is roughly $180. Now, when you multiply, let me do a quick calculation. When you multiply $180 by 3, if you do $180 by 3, that's about $540. So that means you can choose to just calm down and allow your money to accumulate for the next 3 months without spending it, without swapping it. Leave it to accumulate for 3 months, okay? And after 3 months, you close your eyes and pay a yearly subscription. Listen to what I said. Don't touch your money. Instead, pay attention to recruit people. And after 3 months, pay a yearly subscription. Give back to the system. There is a principle of life that says, give and it shall be given unto you. It is a principle upon which this community is building. It is not collect and then give. It is give first and then the system will now bless you. How? From your equal match. This especially applies to new members that will be coming in. Because if you are an old member and you are able to persistently just calm down and then delay gratification for 3 months, you've made a 1-year subscription, and that is it. Now, if you are a new member and you come in, you are also able to make 1-year subscription, and then after that, you can decide to move into another program, which is called staking. Make sure you are able to maximize every profit that is at your disposal. So in the next 1 month or so, staking will begin, okay? So whenever you have that opportunity again, put your money in the staking and allow your money to compound naturally. You can do it in sections. You can do it in, maybe $100 and then another $100. It's up to you. But the point I'm driving at is we haven't come to the point where you are going to start enjoying your investments or enjoying your will I say, returns on efforts you've made. Because the administration clearly said that our community, the money you are putting in is not an investment. So our community has a way of going about it. So please, let's not twist it. It's not an investment, okay? But nonetheless, we are building a formidable system. So if you got me very well, the abundant-minded ones are the ones that will not be so quick to swap their money. They just allow the system to accumulate, and then they pay their yearly subscription. And then at that point, they can have some more to stake. And it is expected as well that their downline should repeat the same thing. It's a system that should be duplicated. If you are given to withdrawal and all that, I want you to know that within the shortest possible time, if possibly we go into a hiccup and then you don't have access to that money for the next 1 week or the next 1 month, do you know what will happen? All your downlines that are solely dependent on you will all fall off. So you should understand how to go about this system. Learn the system, follow the system. 2 categories of people: abundant-minded ones, which are going to be few, and then the scarcity-minded ones, which will be so quick to withdraw. I advise that you don't go about it, because if you go about it and you go into a hiccup, I tell you that that hiccup may cost you falling out. Now, for new members who come in and they're able to pay their yearly subscription fee, it has automatically qualified them to enjoy an equal match. Now, let's go about, I'm talking of new ones, not old ones, new members. We're in the month of May now. We still have June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. That's 7 months. Now, you are getting 50 JOYG every month, which sums up to 350 JOYG. Now, when you are having 350 JOYG, let's assume that by the end of this year, the price of JOYG now becomes 5,000. If you multiply 350 by 5,000, how much would that be? 350 SBC coins multiplied by 5,000. What you are having is 1.75 million. Now, that's because you are able to delay gratification. 1 year from now, remember, it's a system. You must stay in the system for 1 year for the system to start taking care of you. And if you have the understanding, don't eat your future now. Hold on and give the system back so that 1 year from now, if the price of JOYG is 5,000, you have made 1.75 million. Now, if the price of JOYG is 10,000, because it's possible, as new members come in, it increases our liquidity. And as long as our liquidity continues to appreciate, you are having more value for your JOYG. So let's say you got 350, and then the price of JOYG is 10,000. So what you are now going to be having is 3.5 million. Now, this will play out, and every month that passes, you will get less. So why not take advantage of it now? I think the best time to do it is now, if you ask me. All right, so we're rounding off. In January 2023, we missed the target of having 1 million members making monthly payments, and this has frustrated our ability to pay out JOYG to the match accounts. I could see that I could see that we were off track last year to hit the target in time. So to compensate, I did triple match, quadruple pay to sweeten the match offer and then extend the time to hit the target with an additional year. This gave us the additional runway to build the numbers up in the community. This $5 promo is in the same spirit of the match offer, but this $5 payment will not come out of the match accounts. We are all counting on the builders. None of our plans work without builders. Admin is like an architect and has drawn up a plan to change the world for the better by financially empowering individuals. The community plays the role of the builders, and they are incentivized to build up the number of active members that consistently support our growth by keeping up their program fee payments. A better world requires funding to create it. So I don't want to go into so much details. I'm sure that a good number of us has already read it. But the last thing I want to talk about is this. This is the mind of the administration, builders and monthly growth. Now, for you to have built into 1.25 million, it means that we would have been able to build our membership growth to about 1 billion. This is the intent of the administration. And as long as you and I cooperate, I think we can exceed this month. We can run the promo for another month. In fact, we can keep running this promo to the end of this year if our community should cooperate. Okay, it's our choice, it's in our hand. We can make it happen. All right, so if most of the JOYG holders were builders and they didn't sell or swap, then the price would recover quickly all the time when admin needs to pay the bills. This is the objective here. So when you take time, you look at this, you understand what the administration said. I want to, as much as possible, save the time and pass on the information. I believe we've understood what I'm trying to say because we've all read it, okay? I don't want to go into the details. I just want us to understand the point I'm driving at. Let's keep this going month after month. So it is the mind of the admin to see that this program keeps running, okay? It's also in our hands to make it happen, but it does depend on the builders, right? Admin listens and does care. And now you have something to satisfy immediate gratification if you are a builder. So the caveat here is if you are a builder. I don't know. Are you a builder? We shall find out. Remember, we're having mass adoption meeting this evening, and I hope you will also be available for the meeting, okay? All right, so far so good. I want to save our time. I want to make sure that we cover up as much as we can. I believe all of us has read this, okay? And it's only one person giving me feedback. Good morning, Ambassador. Thanks for the work rendered continuously. You're welcome. So I don't know, is there any other person that wants to make any statement? If there's no one that wants to make any other statement, I think I should be calling this meeting to a close. Okay? All right, so no other person giving any feedback. Please remember that we're having mass adoption meeting today, 4 p.m. West African time. And remember to like, remember to share, and remember to subscribe. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers, and God bless you. Bye for now.